Hi guys, welcome to Nat and Grace Revelations. This is Tarot Tia. This will be a reading for the sign of, who are we on guys? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Cross Watchers, whoever's here. Please like, share, subscribe if this reading does resonate. I do offer personal readings, so if you would like a personal, I'll put that information down in the description. I don't really have much else to tell y'all. Energies in tarot can go vice versa. Also in tarot, certain cards do represent specific zodiac signs. Now I will go over those, but I do like to tell people don't focus on the zodiac signs. Just focus on the energy that those signs represent. So I'll try to elaborate as I go also. But thanks guys. I appreciate you all watching. Let's see. Aries. I just saw like a unicorn, a big white horse. Big white horse. Excuse me. Bill Cooper. Story of Bill Cooper. I don't know why that's significant to anybody. Behold a pale horse. That book is significant to anybody if Bill Cooper is significant to anybody. But that's what's coming to me. That was really interesting to hear as like a first message. Bill Cooper. So Aries, it looks as if you have a cycle in your life coming to a close, but it requires a lot of conversation that it feels like you don't really want to have, or conversation with someone who you feel as if who won't listen to you, who does not believe you, or who you do not trust, from what I can see. Looks like it has to do mostly with finances, your financial stability, especially your home, possibly making some type of business transition or a transition in your home. Something like that here. It feels really significant about possibly moving a commercial property, moving from one business to another. That could also be transitioning out of one business into another as well. I just heard seasonal. So it looks as if your insecurities may be getting the best of you right now, Aries. Your insecurities or the insecurities of someone around you here. But it's time to release yourself from stress. You really have like a hand of the divine sitting on you. Sitting right on you. These ideas that are coming to you. These things that you're manifesting. It's all divine. And it feels as if you are shielding yourself from new opportunities. Shielding yourself from taking on new things. Because you still feel like you're tying up loose ends. But from what I can see, if this is contractual, if this has to do with the judicial system, contracts in any type of way, working out deals, even a spiritual contract that you may have had with someone, it feels like that's been paid off and it's time to kind of move into the next chapter, move into the new chapter. But it feels as if your lack of patience or someone else's lack of patience, someone's possible temperaments, especially when they're under the influence, if this is someone who's suffering from addictions, it feels like it's causing mental instability. It's causing instability in the home. It could have also rocked your relationship with a family member or like a child, something like that here. It feels like this energy, this very toxic energy is really rocking the family, rocking the home. If this is work wise, it could have rocked the business. It could have really made things unstable in the workplace. But it feels as if this is someone's, again, either addictions or someone's jealousy, someone's envy. Feels like there's a lot of envy. Someone was betrayed here. And it feels as if there's a person in this situation here, Aries, that is carrying a heaviness on them. I could just literally see them with their head down, just a big weight because they know about this betrayal, or they didn't do anything while this was taking place. They may have seen how this whole thing kind of was orchestrated or how things went down. This feels like someone who's in a position of authority. If this is not a marriage or relationship that's already in existence, this feels like someone in a position of authority who may have abused their power. Because they weren't seeing eye to eye with someone. It's like payback. Payback. They felt like it was payback. And now this person is stuck because an apology is necessary. If this was a relationship, it feels like someone has pulled the reins back from cheating, pulled the reins back from living some type of fast-paced lifestyle that their partner may not have approved of. And now they want to work things out, but the partner is too sad. They're too sad and disconnected. It's like they've already disconnected. And that can, as a relationship, that can be on any level. That can be family, friends, again, work, anything. But this feels specifically like a marriage. A marriage to where a maternal figure is now isolated or feels very alone because someone here feels like they were withholding emotion, attention, time, or giving their time and attention to something or someone else that really didn't serve the relationship. And now I see someone apologizing. It's like excessively apologizing or excessively working themselves, working to prove that they are sorry, that they want a new beginning, that they are being honest, truthful. But it feels like it's kind of, like I said, it's a cycle that's over now. It feels like it's too late. Like that was like it. Someone's ready for something new. It's almost as if someone was sitting on the edge of the cliff like, gosh, I would love to skydive or I would love to, what is the cliff diving? I would love to do this. I would love to do this. And you already got your parachute on. You've already taken the lessons. You know what to do. And then something comes and just pushes you off like, all right, fuck it, try it. And that's how you got your first experience. That's how you're getting this new start, because you're getting pushed off a cliff. You don't have a choice. It feels as if it's like the gavel of judgment is what I'm seeing. It says, I declare this. I declare this. So this could be a court decision, a legal decision that's been made. But it really feels like it's just going to require or bring in major change into your life. Major changes into your family dynamics from what I can see. Or the dynamics in the workplace also. Because the truth, it's like you're living your truth, or someone here is living their truth now. Also telling the truth about some lies that may have taken place, tied into a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is here also. Air signs are really significant here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It feels like someone is extremely stressed out. Someone is extremely stressed out because the conversation has to take place. This conversation has to take place, and it feels like telling the truth about someone who is extremely greedy, telling the truth about someone who is being very selfish, someone who may have been being manipulative, sneaking. This feels like embezzlement, possibly taking money from something and putting it in different places, putting it elsewhere. It feels like the truth is being exposed about lies tied into this situation. It really feels like this is all business related, financially related in some type of way. But this information feels like it's been withheld for a very long time. For a very long time. February 8th is really significant in this. February 8th, February 9th. Those are really significant dates in this situation. But it really looks like this is going to work in your favor, Aries. It feels as if something that has been kept from you, or possibly even something that has been taken from you little by little, is coming back your way. It really feels like a situation to where, say for instance, you may have had like a lump sum of money, a large lump sum, and someone was taking like $1 here, $1 there, you know, out of your check or out of your account or whatever, and those little dollars have added up to a lot, and now it's like someone owes down. So I'm curious to see how that plays out, Aries. Because yeah, it feels as if you had the courage to stand up to someone, or had the courage to fight for whatever the situation is, had the courage to speak up about something that made people uncomfortable, that kind of possibly caused some issues in communication with the people around you. Feels like it really shook things up. And again, it's out of greed. It's because someone here wants to know the truth regarding some type of greed, some greedy situation. And it feels like a woman that dresses herself up, like wears makeup, almost as if she looks Indian. It definitely feels like someone who uses their third eye, but through darker energies. They understand the laws of nature. They understand the spiritual realm very well. But it feels like someone was getting convinced to do something through sex. Someone was getting convinced to do something either through sex or, again, like selfishness. It was greed, material gain. My nose is itching. It's usually real heavy contact. So it seems like hoarding, hoarding, hoarding. And now somebody feels like a fool because they were being greedy. Pisces reading was like that too. Pisces reading was like about someone who was eating all the cakes and pies and everything that they could and wouldn't share a crumb with the people around them. And then it was just an example, they had got diabetes and needed somebody to help take care of them, and nobody wants to help them now because nobody else, you feel me, got pieces of the pie, pieces of the cakes. So I don't know if a Pisces is heavy in this situation, but it feels like some people were being extremely greedy here, and the truth is coming out about that. It really feels like selfishness. And Aries, this really feels like, again, it's a situation that's going to work in your favor. It feels like this really may have affected the finances of someone that you really care about, or your finances were affected by people who were supposed to really care about you. And it honestly feels like there's just been a heaviness on someone's shoulders because of this information. It's like this information has been kept secret. It's been hidden information for a very long time. And now this is coming out, and it's stressful. It's causing conflict. And what I just heard loud and clear also, especially with that Bill Cooper reference when in the beginning, is that this could be somebody who's going through their spiritual awakening, has just found like a topic that really just opened up the floodgates to their mind, opened up the door to a spiritual realm, so their veil is starting to thin out. So this could be someone who's going through, again, that awakening, going through a process to where they're attaining a lot of information that is heavy spiritually. I know when we do go through our spiritual awakenings and you find out that this entire world is created with bullshit, it can be pretty heavy on the spirit. That dark night of the soul is pretty intense, especially the first go round in that dark night of the soul. So that definitely feels like that's what this could be, is someone who is coming into knowledge that they have been spiritually driven to. and they're it's a lot to absorb. It's a lot to absorb. It's almost like the Matrix, for instance. Like, you know how, gosh, I can't think of the guy's name, but the guy who wanted to get unplugged, he wanted to get unplugged. It's like he just wanted to go back to normal shit. And even though he knew the world he was living in was a complete facade, even though he knew like there were, even though he knew, for instance, the steak was not real. He just wanted to eat it. He just wanted to eat the steak. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I know this shit is not real, but I'll need to eat. I need to eat this. You feel me? Just for the health of my mind. That's what I see somebody's going through. Is that you possibly want to fucking unplug because the world, you know that you're living in an alternate reality. Or you know, that's what I see happening. So if we can move this beyond the flesh and move this into a spiritual realm, that's what's happening here. Is that somebody's coming into knowledge, consciousness, information that is truly breaking their paradigm. And it's like, what the fuck? It can be an identity crisis. It can really feel like heavy anxiety, heavy depression, all of those things. But it really is an ego death here. It's someone who is truly, again, breaking out of, this is the way that I think, into, whoa, the way that I've been thinking is completely unfucking realistic based on the reality of our existence. So, Aries, I'm actually going to wrap up your reading there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to wrap up the reading there. Let's get some advice. Take a pause. Take a pause to look around. You've been moving, working. And it's about taking a pause to look around because you are surrounded by wolves. You have been surrounded by wolves, or you have been surrounded by people who do not mean you any good, Aries. This does not look okay at all. So it feels like you're going to receive a lot of messages that could even be messages from the divine over the next 7 to 8 days. And it feels like, it really feels like spiritual attack. I'll be honest. It really feels like spiritual attack. These could also be like comments, reviews, things like that. It can be anything like that. It feels like it's going to be really, really negative for about 8 days or so. But the thing is that it's building you to have this really, really thick skin. I see your skin getting really, really thick because of this. So also, it really feels like this could have to do with moving, changing your life, stepping out of one form into your next. This is your evolution, your growth, your graduation into your spiritual self. It really feels like that. Someone is graduating from a page into the Hierophant, which is a major transition. It's a major transition. So that's going from childlike energy, childish things, childlike behavior, immature behaviors, immature with the way you handle your emotions, all of that, into a very mature, wise person. And this all feels like it's being triggered because of some type of separation or some type of sad situation where there were injustices here. There were injustices, and it's caused people to block communication with one another. It feels like there's been some work done behind the scenes. Let's move it back down to flesh. Feels like it's been work that's been done behind the scenes, Aries, that really fucked someone over, and it was a power move. It really feels like it was a power move. And it's like there's mixed feelings about this outcome. I see a lot of mixed feelings about this outcome, but it's like either way, because it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you tell the truth, you're going to be fucked. If you keep lying emotionally and consciously, you're fucked. So, or that's how someone sees this situation around you. Like, do I tell the truth? Do I not tell the truth? Because either way that this goes, I look like a bad person, or I'm going to be fucked over, or these people are going to be pissed off no matter what. So that's kind of what I see. But I'm going to wrap up, guys. I'm serious now. Thank you so much. I'll see you next month.